So today I'm going to be showing you how to make I call it my summer spring headband. So this is just one example, and I have this one, and then I have another one which is actually in my hair right now. I'm going to be using the Prima Suprema yarn bee from Hobby Lobby. I have my G hook here, and I have a pair of scissors, and then I have my darning needles. So I'm going to go ahead and put this stuff out of the way, and then I'm going to go ahead and just pull the center string out, and we are going to go ahead and get started here. I am really excited for you guys to make this pattern, and I hope that you guys enjoy it as much as I enjoy making them and wearing them. I'm going to do a slip stitch, and then we're going to do a chain 2. So I got my slip stitch there, and if you don't know how to do a slip stitch, go ahead and look in my videos down below. Slip stitch on to our hook, and now we are going to, so I'm just going to go ahead and do a chain 2. There is my chain 2. So I have 1 and 2. We're going to do a half double crochet, and that's going to be the stitch that we used out throughout the whole pattern. So we're going to go ahead and do 2 half double crochets in each stitch. So we will have a total of 4 stitches at the end. So I'm going to yarn over, I'm going to put my hook into that stitch right there, and I'm going to pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3. So now we have 1 half double crochet. We're going to do that again. So I'm going to yarn over, put our hook into that same stitch we just made our first half double crochet, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through all 3. I'm going to do that again. So yarn over, we're going to go ahead and put our hook in, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3, and one last one will be number 4. So yarn over, put your hook in that stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through. And then I just like to pull my little tail there tight. So this is what it will look like at the end of the first round. We're going to do a chain 1, and we're going to then flip the work this way. So chain 1, and then I'm going to flip my work. So now I do 2 half double crochets in the first stitch. You'll see these little V's here on the top. So this is 1, 2, 3, and this is your 4th one. So you're going to put 2 half double crochets in this first one, 1 half double crochet in the middle, 2, so 2 and 3, and then we will do 2 half double crochets in number 4. Go ahead and yarn over, and I'm going to take my hook, and we are going to put it in that first V stitch here. Oh, there we go. I'm going to put it right through there. I'm going to yarn over, and you're going to pull up your loop, yarn over, and pull through all 3. Yarn over. Okay. So if you haven't watched my video of how to do the half double crochets, I suggest that you go and watch that, just because this is going to be the stitch that you need to learn to do, and it's a fairly simple stitch. It's my favorite, and it's very, very easy. And then I'm going to do my yarn over. I'm going to go yarn over. I'm going to go ahead and put 2 half double crochets in the first one, so that's 1, and that's 2, and I'm going to go ahead and put 1 half double crochet in the second, and third, and 2 half double crochets in the last stitch. You'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and number 6 is right there. That's what your V-stitches will look like. I've already done my chain, and I'm going to turn and we're going to work down this way. So we are on row number 3. 2 half double crochets in stitch 1 and stitch 6. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do that now. So yarn over, put my hook through, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3. Do that again, yarn over, pull through. Okay, and I'm just going to go down to the end of the row. Okay, now I'm on my last V-stitch. We're going to put the 2 half double crochets in the end here. Chain 1, and I'm going to turn. So now we are not going to do an increase on this. We are going to do row 4 to row 11. We are just going to do a half double crochet in each stitch. So that'll be 8 half double crochets across your work. So I'll go ahead and start you out with the first couple of rows. This is what you will have after you complete row 4. And then you're just going to go ahead and repeat. You're going to do row 5 through row 11, and then I will meet you guys back here when we complete row 11. Okay, so here's what you will have at the end of your row 11. And now we are just going to start our little design that's in the headband. So as you can see here, we just have like little spacing just to give it some character, not too much, but just enough to give it just a little pizzazz. I'm gonna go ahead and yarn over, half double crochet into my first stitch, chain. I'm gonna go ahead and chain the 1. We're gonna skip this stitch, so we're going to skip this one right here. Let's see if we can. So this stitch right here, we're skipping that one, and we're going to go ahead and do our half double crochet right there. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and yarn over, and put our hook into the yarn over, pull up a loop, so we have 3, yarn over, and pull through all 3. Half double crochet in the next 3 stitches. So we're going to do yarn over, and we've got 2 and 3. Then I'm going to go ahead and skip this stitch right here. We're going to skip that. We're going to do a chain 1, skipping that stitch, and we're going to go ahead and half double crochet in the last 2 stitches. So we still have a total of 8 stitches. So this is, we'll do a chain 1, and we're going to turn our work. So that is what you will have on row 12. Row 13, that's going to be 1 half double crochet. So we're going to do half double crochet, yarn over, put your hook through, pull up a loop. We're going to do a chain 1, next stitch, so we're going to skip this stitch right here. We're going to do a half double crochet into the next one, so that'll be right here. Chain 1, half double crochet. We're going to skip this next stitch and do a half double crochet here. go ahead and do the chain 1 and half double crochet. We're going to skip this stitch and we're going to do a half double crochet in the last 2 stitches. 1 and 2. So this is what you will have at the end of round 12. I'm going to do a chain 1 and I'm going to turn my work. Go ahead and repeat row for our round 14. Half double crochet, chain 1. I'm going to skip this stitch and do a half double crochet in the next 3. So 1, 2. You want to make sure you're going into the stitch and not into the hole, not into the gap. So you want to make sure you're going into your stitches. Okay, so now we're going to do our last chain 1, skip a stitch, so we're skipping that one, and we're going to go into our final 2 stitches. We're skipping that stitch, and we're going to go ahead and do a half double crochet in our last 2. Chain 1 and turn. So this is what you're going to have at the end of row 14. The next few rows, 15 through row 19, we are just going to do our half double crochets across each stitch for a total of 8. So that would be row 15 through 19. Go ahead and do the first part with you. Just going to do 1, 2. These ones are kind of hard because they're the chain. 3. And 4. And 5. 6. 7. Okay, chain 1 at the end again, and that was our 18, and we're going to continue that now until we get to row 18, and I'll meet you guys back here. Okay, so this is what you will look like. On row 20, we are going to repeat what we did down here in row 12. So we did half double crochet, chain 1, we skip this stitch, half double crochet in the next 3, chain 1, skip this stitch, half double crochet in the last 2, and half double crochet into the first stitch, chain 1, skip our next stitch, gonna go over to chain 3, or to our stitch 3. We're gonna do 3 half double crochets in the next 3 stitches. So 1, 2, and 3. On the last one, I'm going to do my chain 1, and I'm going to skip that stitch. We're going to do a half double crochet in our last 2 stitches. Chain 1 at the end again. I'm going to flip that over, and now we are going to go ahead and do row 21, which we will repeat what we did in our row 13. Half double crochet, chain, skip a stitch, half double crochet, chain, skip a stitch, half double crochet, chain, skip a stitch, half double crochet in the last 2. So half double crochet, chain, skip that stitch. We're going to go into our 3rd stitch, do a half double crochet, chain again, skip a stitch, half double crochet, chain 1, half double crochet, skip that stitch, and then we're going to do a half double crochet in the last stitch. and chain 1 at the end of your row. So that is row 21. Okay, so row 22, we are going to repeat the same row that we just did. So we're gonna half double crochet into the first stitch. We're gonna go ahead and do a chain 1, and we're gonna skip this stitch here, and we're gonna go into the next stitch and do a half double crochet into that one, chain 1. I'm gonna go ahead and skip this stitch, and we're gonna do a half double crochet into the next stitch, chain 1, skip this stitch, and then we're going to half double crochet into the last 2 stitches. So 1 and 2. Chain 1, and we're going to flip our work. And so this is what you will have at the end of row 22. Now row 23 through 26, we are going to just do our repeat of row 4, which was just the 8 half double crochets across. I got 1. And again, make sure you're going in the stitch. So what I do is I go and just put the hook part in that chain stitch. It just seems to be easier for me when it's on that chain 1 stitch. So I just take the part right here and I just stick this part into my chain right there to get a good grip in there. So that's 3. That's 4. 5, 6, and 7, and our last one, 8. And we're going to go ahead and do a chain 1, and we're going to go ahead and continue doing our half double crochets until we get to row 26, and I'll meet you back here. So this is what you will have when you have completed row 26. So it's growing and getting bigger, and you can start to see the design little bits here. So now we are going to go ahead and row 27. We are going to repeat our row 12, which was down here, the half double crochet, chain 1, skip a stitch, half double crochet in the next 3, chain in the last of the 3 half double crochets, skip a stitch, half double crochet in the last 2 stitches. Go ahead and do my half double crochet in my first stitch, chain 1, skipping that stitch and going into my next, doing half double crochet in the next 3 across, 1, 2, and 3. Go ahead and zoom you guys back in. And we're going to chain 1, skipping this stitch, and the last 2 we're going to do our half double crochets, and then we're going to do a chain 1 at the end of this row, and then we're going to be on to our next row, and we're going to be repeating row 13. So this is, we are on row 28, and we're going to be repeating row 13. So we're going to be copying this row right here. So we're going to do a half double crochet, chain 1, skip a stitch, half double crochet, chain 1, skip a stitch, half double crochet, chain 1, skip a stitch, half double crochet in your last 2 stitches, chain 1 at the end. So that's what I'm going to do now. So half double crochet, chain 1, half double crochet, we're skipping this stitch right here, going into the third, half double crochet, chain one, skipping that stitch, going on to the next, chain one, skipping this stitch, doing our half double crochet in that stitch, and half double crochet in the last stitch here, chain one. Okay, so now we are going to go ahead and move on to row 29. We're going to go ahead and repeat row 12. So we're going to do the half double crochet, chain one, skip a stitch, half double crochet in the next three. So 1, 2, and 3, chain one. We're going to go ahead and skip this stitch right here, half double crochet in those last two, chain one at the end. And so this is what you will have at the end of row 29. We're going to do 4 rows of the half double crochet across. So I'll meet you back at the end of those rows and then we'll begin row 35. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and begin row 35. And it's going to be the same throughout this whole pattern. We're just going to repeat row 12, 13, 12, and then do the 4 rows of half double crochets across. So we're gonna go ahead and do our half double crochet, chain one. We're gonna go ahead and skip that next stitch, do a half double crochet. So that's 2, that's the third one. Now we're gonna chain, we're gonna go and skip that stitch and do a half double crochet into the last 2 stitches, chain one and turn your work. Now we're going to go ahead and do half double crochet, chain one, skipping that stitch and going into that third stitch, half double crochet, chain one again, skipping stitch, going into that next, half double crochet, chain one, skipping the next stitch and doing half double crochet in the last 2 stitches, chain one and turn. And now go ahead and repeat half double crochet, chain one, skip a stitch, half double crochet in the next 3 stitches, and go ahead and do your chain at the end of the third half double crochet, skip a stitch, half double crochet in the last 2 stitches, so 1 and 2, chain one and turn. And then we're just going to do our repeat of 4 rows of the half double crochets, and I will meet you at the end. And we are almost done. We only have 1 more repeat and then we are done. So you can continue doing the repeat of row 12 and 13 and the 4 half double crochet rows for as long as you want your headband, head wrap, head scarf, whatever you guys want to call them to be. You can customize it to the length that you want with our 4 rows of half double crochets. And we're going to do our half double crochet, chain one, skip a stitch, half double crochet in the next 3, chain one, half double crochet. We're going to skip that stitch and we're going to go into the next one and half double crochet into that last stitch, chain one and turn. Then we're going to go ahead and do half double crochet, chain one, skip a stitch, half double crochet, chain, 1, skip a stitch, half double crochet, chain 1, skip a stitch, half double crochet in the last 2. Now go ahead and chain and turn. And now we're going to repeat the half double crochet, chain 1, skip a stitch, half double crochet in the next 3. So 1, that'd be 2, and 3. I'm going to go ahead and do that chain 1, skip a stitch, half double crochet in the last 2 stitches, chain 1, and now we're going to do our repeat round of 4 rows of half double crochet, and I'll meet you guys back at the end of those rows. Okay, so now we are going to work on decreasing our rows to come back down to our little point here. And these aren't complicated at all. It's basically taking a stitch and combining it 2 stitches into 1 stitch. So let's go ahead and start. On row 53, we are going to do a half double crochet decrease. So you're going to go ahead, do your yarn over, insert your hook into that stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop. Instead of completing this, we are going to yarn over again, take our hook and insert it into the one right next to it, the stitch right next to it, yarn over, pull up a loop. So now you're going to have 5 loops on your hook. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But now I'm going to yarn over and pull through all 5 of those. So that is a half double crochet decrease stitch. I'm going to do 1 regular half double crochet over the next 4 stitches. So let's go ahead and do that. So 1 and 2, 3, and that's 4. I'm going to go ahead and do another half double crochet decrease. So again, yarn over like you would for a half double crochet, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, but we're not going to complete it this time. We're going to go in and do like we would do another half double crochet. So we're going to yarn over, insert our hook into the next stitch. So this will be our last stitch in the row. We're going to yarn over, pull up a loop. You will have 5 loops on your hook at this time. Yarn over and pull through all 5 and do your chain at the end. So now we just did a decrease. Okay, we're going to go ahead and work that again. So I'm going to go ahead and do another half double crochet decrease on my ends only. So yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop. Do not complete that half double crochet. We're going to go into the next and do another one. So yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop. You will have 5 loops on your hook at this time. Yarn over, pull through all 5. Now I'm going to go ahead and do 2 half double crochets in the next 2 stitches. So 1 and 2. And then let's go ahead and repeat by doing a half double crochet decrease in our last. So work 1 half double crochet, don't complete it, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, have 5 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 5, chain 1 at the end, and turn over. Now we are going to go ahead and half double crochet in the next 4 stitches. So going to yarn over, insert my hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, insert my hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through those. And then we're going to work one more half double crochet, decrease in the last 2 stitches. So I did 1 and pull through. Okay, so now you have completed your head wrap. You can cut the yarn. I like to pull this out. Then you're just going to take your scissors. Let me scale back a little here. Now, like I said, if you wanted to make this longer, you could, before you do those decrease rounds, you would just do the repeat rounds of the half double crochet, 4 rows of half double crochet, the repeats of the half double crochet, chain 1, half double crochet in the next 3, chain, half double crochet, skip a stitch, half double crochet in the last 2, and so forth. So you would just do those repeats for however long that you would like your head wrap or need your head wrap to be. And so I'm just gonna, for the purpose of the video, keep this short and sweet. And I'm going to go ahead and show you, I have my end here. I'm gonna go ahead and take my darning needle, thread that on. I'm gonna take the end. And so it has a little knot already at the end, but I just wanna make sure that it doesn't unravel when it's in your hair or somebody else's hair. So I'm gonna just go ahead and weave in and out of this little half double crochet, and I kind of just go with, I don't do it the same every time. I really don't have a method for how I weave in my ends. It's just whatever I feel. Some people like to go back and forth. Some people go up and down. I kind of just go, I'll go back and forth, up and down. I kind of just do whatever with my projects, just as long as it's secure. I'll go in, and then see, sometimes I won't pull it all the way tight, and I do like to pull like a little knot in there, and you won't ever see it because it's just going to go behind the stitch there. And then I'll just go in again and just do one more, and just going to go ahead and go back up and down there. And then I'm going to get my scissors again, give it a little tug so that it's nice and secure in there. And then we have just secured that side. I'm just going to go ahead to our starting side and do the same thing, just kind of secure that in there. And this one already has a knot, so I'm just going to knot it again and then just weave that in. Oops, lost my tail there. So you do always want to make sure that you leave kind of a longer tail at the beginning for your weaving in, to weave in your ends when you're done with your project. So now we have a little head wrap. Let me go ahead and zoom you guys on out here so you guys can take a look at that. And so that's basically all that you have to do. Once you get the hang of doing the stitches, you will be a pro, and you can just whip these on out very quickly. It's a very simple project. I really love the way they look. See, I have a longer one, did more repeats there. I have even the longer one here. So these are just 3 different lengths that you guys can do. And like I said, it's just whoever it's for. If it's for a kid, for an adult, you will be able to measure, if you can, measure their heads, or find a friend that has a head in a similar approximate of a child's head is always the best. So that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I would love for you guys to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up so I know that you guys liked this, and hit that bell notification so you guys get notified when I do have a new video. And I would love to see your guys' projects. So if you guys want to, you guys can leave and just tag me in your pictures. Crochet with _Nicole on Instagram. And so I would love to see these guys. They are going to be awesome. Like I said, you can put them in a ponytail, you can wrap it around your head. So many different options. Just love this pattern. So thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, bye guys.